but also knowing how the female body opens, I place some pillows underneath their hips and I encourage her to start to breathe deeply into her pelvic floor. I'm Aaron Michael, and this is Cervical Tales, stories of the everyday woman. It is a beautiful evening out on the city, lots of nature around. There's rivers that we go for on a walk, and it's this amazing date that I'm going into, and we are going out to have some pho. And this is a restaurant that, there's like 20 different versions, full of flavors. I'm discovering how much this magnificent person that I'm with loves food, and they're getting to discover how much I love food. I'm even starting to salivate as I tell this story. So we go through, have this amazing meal. We've been vibing the entire evening, great conversation. We've been wanting to even have, an evening together for a very long time, but we'd always just been busy and never really had that opportunity. And so now we're in the middle of it. We get up from the restaurant and we're getting ready to head back to her place as she has rented an Airbnb in the city that I am in, and I'm going to be spending several days there. We're very excited. At least I can speak for myself. I am. I get up, I then pay for the meal, and as I'm walking out the door to then take her hand and walk her back to her place, it hits. My stomach starts to churn. I start getting such horrible cramps. It feels as if there's an acid pit that has just been awakened inside me. And we're walking back. This is now late into the evening. A lot of the restaurants have closed, but there's one that's literally just cleaning up. This is this is almost embarrassing to tell. I go in, I beg them to please use their bathroom. And I sit in the stall for what must have been the better part of half an hour in extreme pain, trying to just relieve it. I relieve some of it. Finally come out, they're all just kind of looking around. I don't know if they could hear the moans and the yells and the yelps that were coming out from the downstairs bathroom, but I definitely was vociferous, I was loud, and it was painful. I felt some relief. I can see my beautiful date there, just kind of, going like, what is going on here? What took so long? But in general, being in a good mood. Now, the question might be, well, what does this, Aaron, have to do with the cervix, and why are you telling this story? Well, I just want you to know that so many times for us guys, and also, well, for women, you put the importance of a sexual experience on the partner, specifically the male partner. It's, woman lays back, guy does this thing, it's either good experience or not. Well, in this case, we get back, I'm having this pain in my stomach, which is starting to come back again. So before we then decide to actually spend the night together, she gives me a stomach massage. She takes the agency, she gives me the stomach massage. I feel relieved. I'm literally just ready to go to bed. Now, I have been desiring a sexual experience with this woman for a very long time. I could feel it has been growing inside me, and I have just been put through the ringer. And I'm like, you know what? I just would be happy to fall asleep just to feel some peace. However, when we lay down next to each other, her hips start moving into me. She starts to take these breaths. She starts to activate herself. And I'm like, okay, let's go for it. I'm not at my best. I can't imagine this is going to be a best ever, but I'm going to step up. So to allow myself to open, but also knowing how the female body opens, I place some pillows underneath their hips and I encourage her to start to breathe deeply into her pelvic floor. Now, this isn't your typical Kegel breath. There's nothing at all like that. This is completely different. We won't get into it in this video, but just know that this is an important part because she's the one using her breath to activate and open up this beautiful temple of her womb and having that cervix come down to meet me. So I'm literally staying at the entrance. She's breathing. I'm feeling the cramps in my stomach. I'm feeling that, there's a tightness in my butt. There's a tightness in my stomach. I'm like, oh, goodness. And I'm feeling this tremendous charge building inside of her body. And I'm going, how am I ever going to be able to last through what is starting to feel extremely pleasurable? And I don't know if I can conduct this amount of energy through my body. So she continues breathing. We go through with starting to then make love, and the movement that is happening inside her, the sounds that are coming from her, the whole experience. I mean, it couldn't have lasted probably more than 20 minutes. As I said, I was not feeling good. However, when then, that night, later she wakes up and wants more, and then again in the morning, and there's this joy that's coming off of her. Weeks later, I ask, like, well, what was that experience like? What was it like for you? Because I definitely did not feel at my quote unquote best. And what she described was that she felt portals opened inside her. Places inside her had opened up and been touched that she had never accessed before. Now, I'm not at my best. I'm not the one creating this. So how does that even happen? It is because me being in a slightly more passive role and being just adaptive to her body brought her into deeper states of activity. It was her opening herself. And that is the beauty of the cervix, is that ability to, as a woman, meet your partner, to meet yourself, the empowerment of being able to open yourself to the world. Women will typically travel to all sorts of places to meet that perfect lover, but when you learn how to activate your cervix, you will meet your greatest lover, which is yourself. And from that place, you then can meet anyone you desire. You can repel anyone you desire. There is a tremendous power of life force, of the erotic force in the traditional sense of the word, of eros, aliveness, that will be able to be activated inside you if you simply learn how to connect to, breathe into, and move this part of your body. It literally is a portal to not just new dimensions of pleasure, but new dimensions of connection to yourself.